Justin was making, listen to this, guys, listen to this. I repeat, $48,000 a year as an engineer. So it's not like this guy's out here making millions of dollars a year. It's not like he's making $1 billion a month, right? No, he's making $48,000 a year. And he retired, all right? This is getting very interesting. All right, hey guys, I'm Bryson. You're on to my show. And today, okay, all right. Last week, or yesterday, whenever the video uploaded, okay, I made a video about a couple, old couple, that actually managed to retire in their 30s with around $500K in 1991. However, people said, tell me, well, you know what? Yeah, that happened, but they had no kids. So I found a couple out there, okay? A couple, not with one kid, not with two kids, but with 3 kids that managed to retire in their 30s. Not in their 40s, not in their 50s, or, like we recommend, in your 60s. No, that's not what they actually did. So today, we're going to find out exactly how they actually did it. And you're going to watch along with me, okay, guys? Let's find out. And by the way, if you guys are new here, I post videos every single day. You guys know the vibes, okay? On top of that, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. And as always, welcome to the squad, the Turtle Squad. That's what we're known as for on YouTube. It seems boring, but trust me, step by step, you get ahead, all right? Let's find out exactly what's going on in this video, because I'm excited to find out how they did it with 3 kids. I love the theme music for CNBC. They're getting very good at making videos.
My name is Justin, and
Justin McCurry. Great name. Yes, sir.
We live in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina, guys. You know what would be an interesting video? Like, what states have the most millionaires? Like, that's an interesting video, right? Should I make that video? Comment down below, let me know. What states have the most millionaires? That's interesting.
I retired at 33.
Look at that house in the back.
We have 3 kids.
3 kids, guys, not 1 or 2, 3 kids. And I'm seeing that this is a vacation, right? And they're retired with 3 kids. They're still going on vacation.
I retired 2 years after Justin.
2 years right after Justin. Nice.
At age 38.
38. Nice. So she's like, what? Like, I don't know how old she is now, obviously, but she was 38 when she retired. I mean, we knew that information. Why did I pause? I don't know. I'm sorry. Their journey to early retirement began in 2004. Nice. Justin was making, listen to this, guys, listen to this. I repeat, $48,000 a year as an engineer. So it's not like this guy's out here making millions of dollars a year. It's not like he's making $1 billion a month, right? No, he's making $48,000 a year. And he retired, all right? This is getting very interesting. And this laptop right here is an HP. I used to love laptops like this, but not anymore. And back here, he has a little coin machine. I'm so nosy. I don't know why. Oh, wait, and down here he has a cup, and the cup says Vanguard, the investment people. Interesting. While Kaysen was in law school, when Justin retired in 2013, their combined household income was around $130,000. So basically, obviously his wife was the breadwinner here, because he's making $48,000. She's making like around like what, $96,000, if I'm not mistaken, something around there. So a lot of money. But the couple still managed to build a $1.3 million portfolio in 10 years. Guys, 10 years. Now, you know, you tell this to like a normal person. They're like, I don't want to wait 10 years. You're going to wait 45 years to retire with Social Security. You might as well go ahead and retire in 10 years with $1.3 million. And again, they did not have that crazy of an income. If you're married, you're making 48, she's making 60K. That's not bad. You can still do it also. 3 kids, don't forget. Here's how they did it. Look at this little kid. He's like, little kid's like, so Dad, what's retirement exactly? Like, what does that mean? I mean, what does that mean?
The big 3 expenses for most people are
shelter, groceries, utilities, and transportation. Those are the big 4.
Are housing, transportation, and food.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's right. He's right. I mean, yeah. Utilities are a part of housing, though, so you probably included that in there, but yeah.
And so we kept those 3 expenses fairly low. The houses in Raleigh were pretty inexpensive. Nice. We had a fairly modest mortgage by most measures.
Nice. The average millionaire has a $200,000 to $300K house. Not that expensive.
In the United States, we kept driving the same cars that we had.
Like you should. Like you should. Like, why do you want a fancy car for?
Fresh out of college. We drove those until they were 16 years old. And
oh, so much respect, by the way. That is awesome. 16 years with a car. That's like having an iPhone 3. You know what I mean? Like, it's embarrassing. But again, who cares, right? Who cares? That's the main thing, man. You can't, if you want to be crazy and you want to retire so early, you got to be able to do crazy things. You can't worry about anybody else. Nobody else. Imagine me, like, I'm like talking about money with like an iPhone 3 or whatever. It's like an iPhone X. I'm like 3 generations behind already. But the point is, it doesn't matter. Like, in 5 years, you'll see me with the same phone as long as it's not broken. I almost dropped it, okay? Let me just stop.
And then traded them in for a used minivan. We tend to cook at home a lot, so we really
I don't like zucchini. I don't like
polished our cooking skills quite a bit. So we save a lot there versus going out to eat or getting takeout a lot.
By the way, I love takeout and I love eating out, you know, so I budget for those things. So when you build this whole retirement plan, remember, like, you base it around your personal budget. So I like Mexican food, I like burgers, and I like what else do I like? I like shakes. I like that stuff a lot, you know what I mean? But usually I eat at home, meal preps, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get strong. I'm not trying to eat all that sugar and all that crap, you know what I'm saying? I love McDonald's, by the way, guys. I love it. I haven't eaten in a while, though. I'm safe. I'm good.
So we started out saving about half of our income. So we more or less lived on one of our paychecks, and
that's awesome. Respect.
Then saved the other paycheck so we could really focus on the investments.
So basically, we're talking about in 10 years, she managed to save basically all of her paychecks. So that's $96,000 times 10. That's around like $960,000, if I'm not mistaken. Am I mistaken here? I'm not mistaken, am I? Am I mistaken, guys? No. $96,000 that you make multiplied by 10 is $960,000. I'm positive. That's a lot of money, man. But that's not what they did. They probably lived off of his paychecks most likely, because they would have a lot more than 1 million. They invested their money wisely.
We were maxing out our 401k account.
Like you should.
Our IRAs.
Like you should.
So we're getting big tax breaks as well.
Like you should. But I rather my Roth 401k. I like my Roth 401k option always, because that way when I do retire, all that money is mine. It does not belong to anyone. By the way, who uses these pens? Like, who do you know uses those pens? Like, those little pens are so expensive. Like, I've never used one. Maybe once I've used them. You know, in school, like I stole it from a teacher or something like that, but I've never used them. We
were saving close to $15,000 per year on taxes. We also had started a taxable brokerage account. I think we started out putting it.
Wow, so they have so much money to actually invest to the point where the retirement accounts weren't enough. Because, by the way, you're limited to $19,500 on the 401k from your side. The employer can actually invest more from their side. And then, for example, in the IRA, the personal ones, well, the individual retirement accounts, you're limited to around $6,000. Well, right now things like $6,500, but usually like $6,000 at most likely. So you're limited to that point. So they're investing well over like almost like $30,000 to the point where now they need a taxable account to then go ahead and invest even more money. Respect.
And around $1,500 per month into that taxable brokerage account. And then we increased that as we could throughout the years as we made more money, and just slowly over time building up the balances.
10 years.
Letting the investment returns compound, and 10 years later, it was enough.
That is awesome. One thing I would probably add to this plan is I would pursue this plan after I'm done with the house. You know, because the thing is, if you buy a fairly decent house, like in your area, most likely it's like $250,000. Like in 2-3 years, you're done with the house, and now your expenses are a lot more lower. And now you don't even need all that money. You can also save a lot more time, and you also lower the risk of like default on the mortgage. Although it went great here, it did go good. Oh, imagine that too, right? When these people bought their house, most likely they went through the whole like 2008 crash. So did they buy during that time? They did not buy. Like, you know, crashes are amazing. Like in hindsight, like, you know, March was amazing in 2020. 2008 was amazing in hindsight for people that bought real estate. All that stuff is amazing, right? But when you're in it, that's when you got to prove to yourself, like, yo, I'm a tough guy, okay? I can buy, not know what's going to happen. Because you never know. You never know. But you know history, though. They learn to manage family expenses.
Kids from ages 6.
I love Monopoly. I never had, like brothers and sisters, like, in the house to actually play with, so never really had that chance. Like, I only played it in school often.
It's up to 13, so they're all in school now. Public school, of course, if it works out for you in your situation, that's a huge money saver versus.
I think standard education is amazing, but it's also up to the parents to teach them like everything else they'll need. For example, the right financial mindset. There's no private school, there's no anything that's going to teach your kids how to be like good adults, like as far as like, hey, how do you manage money and all this stuff. It's just like standard education. So whether it's a private school, doesn't really matter. Just make sure when your kids come home, you teach them like, hey, here's how money works, here's how this works, here's these study guides for your ACT exams or whatever. You know what I mean? Like be involved parents.
Just going with the private school, we do hand-me-downs when possible. We don't go overboard when there's the big study abroad, expensive field trips.
Yeah.
Instead of spending $2,000 or $3,000 to send one of the kids to Spain for a week, we would spend that same amount of money or less to go to Spain for the entire family.
That's awesome. So much respect. You know, I never got the chance to do one of those things, but I always thought it was so stupid. No offense. I remember once, like, there was this thing in high school to go to China. It was like $3,100. And mom asked me, "You want to go?" And I was like, "Why would I want to go to China for $3,000?" You know what I mean? I was like, "What?" You know, it was never my thing. It was never my thing at all. Like, all that stuff was like never my. I didn't like paying for any of that stuff. You know, it's a good experience, but you can do it when you're ready. Do it when you're ready.
Kids are about 4 or 5 years away from college right now, so that's something we're starting to look at more closely. So having those discussions with our children about state schools, public schools versus
state school, public school, community college, scholarships, doing everything the right way, getting jobs will help you out a little bit. You know, very important stuff.
Private schools, looking into scholarships.
Yes, sir.
Getting them ready academically to compete for scholarships. So those are all things that we're working on right now.
I haven't heard his wife say anything. Today, their annual budget is $40,000, which is a good amount of money. What do they spend that money on, though? But sometimes they give themselves permission to spend up to $20,000 more. Now, this could be a problem. You know why it can be a problem? Because if they're not using the 4% rule, if you keep doing this whole like permission thing, it could be a problem in the future because you might run out of money. That's why it's so important you have your numbers correct with this game.
It's nice to be able to wake up and have a cup of coffee, sit back, read a book, watch some TV.
Also be able to jump on any good deals on vacation.
It's a nice feeling to have that freedom of time to do what a lot of people do on the weekends.
What does this guy do? What do they do for work?
We do that 7 days a week.
Oh, okay, guys. So great video overall. And what this taught me is basically, it is very possible to achieve whatever you want to achieve when you are basically very determined. These people actually did it with 3 kids. There is no excuse here, okay? There is no excuse here. And one big thing is, for example, if you want to do this, don't always think about, well, this only works if I really retire. The answer is no. You can be financially free and then still keep working if you actually want to, if you actually love your job. Now, I'm going to give this video right here a like, but on top of that, also, I want to read some comments here. So the wife goes through all the trouble to obtain the law degree and retires 2 years later. I don't understand. I don't understand either because I didn't even hear that. You can tell the husband did most of the work. The wife barely said a single video. That is not true. Come on. That is not fair whatsoever. You have to remember, right? Whatever this husband basically saved, with her $96,000 income, it just made a big difference. Like, that's basically like 4 years worth of what he saved up. So that's not true. I don't agree whatsoever with that comment. $1 million is good, but it's not a 100% retirement amount safety net. You should definitely make some more source of income, grow the cash flow. This right here is also not really correct at all. Here's why. Because, for example, let me scroll down. You can't really see it. Okay, there you go. Now you can see it, right? $1 million is no good right here, right? What I just read. The answer is that's not true. You want to know why? Because basically, if you have a paid off home, paid off everything, paid off cars, emergency fund, everything you actually need, you don't need to worry. And you also have a surplus of income in there, you don't need to worry whatsoever. So in this case, this comment is wrong. Retired, it simply means not working for your current employer. They'll continue working just in whatever they want to. Working because you want to, not because you have to. This comment takes the win. I'll give this one a like. I'll read one last one here. Low cost of living area, low spending overall, plus compound investment with a good salary. Yes, 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 yes. But again, it doesn't always matter how much you actually make. It matters a lot how much you actually get to keep. So that by far is one of the most important thing, if not the most important thing, guys, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, like, subscribe, hit the bell, shit notified. And on top of that, also, if you want to call me directly and talk to me, well, join me on my third channel called Ask Me Bryson, where I post there every single day. Also, join me over there, link down below, and subscribe to the channel also. On top of that, if you want to DM me right here. On top of that, also, comment down below, would you want to retire like this? Would you? Comment down below, let me know. The answer is yeah, I'm pretty good with it, but I will still do the job I love to do because basically I love doing what I love to do, right? That's the main thing there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and DM me on Instagram, Time Bryson. Another video is right here on the couple I did it with no kids, so watch the video right here and click my face right here, and see you guys tomorrow. And as always, peace. Funny, couple no kids did it with half the money, couple with kids did it with more than half the money. One bad thing is potentially they can run out of money if they give permission to spend like 20K extra. Not a good idea.